Do meniscus tears heal over the course of time? And here's the thing, some do, right? Some do, some don't. Depends on a variety of different factors. So success of meniscal healing can vary based on the patient's age. For a younger person, you usually have better results. And this is probably because of the risk of degenerative tears and osteoarthritis in older populations. And if you have a degenerative tear and if you have osteoarthritis, it tends not to heal quite as well. The other factor that's important for meniscus healing is going to be the length of time since the injury. So if you have an acute meniscus tear, that's more likely to heal. If you've had a meniscus tear that's been sitting around for a while, it's less likely to heal. All right. And that makes sense. And the last one is going to be the tear type. So if you have a peripheral meniscal tear, that can successfully heal spontaneously or after intervention. So basically, if you tear the meniscus on the outer edge, and I'll show you a visual representation of that later, it has a little bit better blood supply and it's more likely to heal spontaneously. It's also more likely to do well after you have a repair. Okay. So tear types are also going to be a very important predictor of whether or not meniscus tears will heal over the course of time. And here's the thing. If you have a tear that's in an area of the meniscus that has good blood flow, then there's a chance that it heals spontaneously, so without any surgery. And the other piece is that if you have a tear in an area that has good blood supply, you'll probably do better with a meniscus repair. Okay. And let's talk about these areas. So in the meniscus, we have different zones. Okay. And this is going to affect how much blood flow goes to the meniscus. So if you look at the outer rim of this meniscus depicted on the right, so I apologize, podcast listeners, but we basically have a picture of a meniscus. On the outer periphery of the meniscus, you have what's called the red zone. And that just means red, good blood. Okay. Think lots of blood. This area heals really well. Right next to that, a little bit more on the inside, you have what's called the red-white zone. So this has decent blood supply, but not quite as good as a red zone. If we get on the inside periphery, we have what's called the white zone. This tends not to have great blood supply. Okay. So if you have a tear in the red zone, it's more likely to heal. So spontaneously heal without any sort of intervention. And it's also more likely to do better after you have a meniscus repair. Okay. And that's pretty much how surgeons will make decisions on whether or not they'll repair certain areas. We have quite a bit of research to show that if you have a tear that exists in that red zone, it's going to do better from a surgical perspective. And if you have a tear that's strictly in that white zone, it's really not going to do well at all. So surgeons are less likely to do surgery if that tear extends into that white zone. So here's what I want you to do next, guys. If you enjoyed this video so far, I have an entire course. It's free. It's called the Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. And we go over 3 lessons going to help you take a lot of this information that we went over so far and put it into practice. The first lecture is called Why We Need a Better System. So first and foremost, the way we treat fitness individuals, all right, athletic people in the gym from a physical therapy perspective is pretty much broke, okay? So we need a better system to serve the folks that are in the gym that get hurt. They want to get back to training, all right? Lecture number 2 is called 7 Reasons Why People Get Hurt in the Gym. And essentially, we have to know the reasons why people get hurt in the gym so we can keep them safe in the future, right? And when they get hurt, we have to know why and how to get them back to training in the gym. Okay. So a thorough understanding of this is very, very important. I actually have a really cool infographic that goes along with this lecture that you get for free as well. And lastly, we go over a case study of how to get someone out of pain and back to training. So these principles are all phenomenal, but we don't actually put it together and you don't understand how to create a program to get people back in the gym and keep them safe for the long term, then we lose, right? So I'll put a link in the show notes for this. It's a Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. Definitely check this out.